Hey everybody and welcome to Talk Daily. Glad you can make it here on the channel. Hopefully having a great day wherever you are in the world. And today we're going to be talking about the subject of 2030. That 2030. Everybody's talking about 2030 and car manufacturers keep mentioning that, right? Oh, we're going to go fully electric by 2030, or it's, I don't know what percentage. You throw something out there, right? High percentage, 80%, 70% of all our lineup will be electric. We have a plug-in hybrid, etc. Mazda is no exception to that, and we're very aware of Mazda and their image, and especially with the MX-5 Miata, which is their lineup vehicle. I love the car company, but before I go any further, since I'm quoting part from this article written by Justin Westbrook, and again it's from Motor Trend. And if you don't know about Motor Trend, they're amazing. Go check them out. They have a lot of great stories, especially for North America. Anyways, I'll have a link to this article in the description below, as always, with anything else I show you on this video. So moving along, 2030, 2030, 2030. Oh my God, there you go. 2030 again. 2030. It's saying back in June, Mazda announced that 25% of its model lineup would be fully electric. There you go, that's the key word. And the other 75% will have to be a hybrid or plug-in electrified vehicle by 2030. Again, 2030. If you're on the stock market for gas prices, I'm very sure you're aware of 2030. I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea. I don't know if the technology is going to be sufficient enough for 2030 for all of us to stop plugging into electrical socket. I have no idea. I don't know how far the progress is going. I will tell you right now that I have my doubts, because call me a senile old man, but by 2030, if everybody's just having access to plug in their car in their house, is great, but not everybody lives in houses, so I'm not sure how this is going to work. So this is, I had a video about this, the current administration talking about rolling out a program to develop this electric network everywhere next to the freeways, whatnot. Again, it's definitely going to be change in lifestyle, and hopefully it goes smooth, but I think it's just going to take a little bit more time, just my opinion. Batteries, they're still heavy. I really thought hydrogen was going to be the way. I'll be the first one to put my hands up. So I thought hydrogen to me makes more sense, but obviously the energy transition, because, you know, when we think about it, all the energy we're using is the sun. I mean, that is literally all the energy on Earth. I mean, you have some energy from the center of the core of the Earth, right? If you can tap into that. But most of the energy that we get it from the sun. We trap it in whatever form. Even me breathing right now, right? Well, what's the energy I'm getting it from, right? I'm getting the same energy from the sun, right? And if you don't know the whole link cycle, I do a video about that all separate, but let's come back to the subject. So the energy we currently are facing with, not the options that was laid on the table right now, well, not even an option. The direction we're going is electrification, batteries, and by 2030, that's where we're gonna be at. So Mazda, they're kind of concerned because the Mazda Miata is their flagship car. And again, I love Mazda because their flagship car is a car I actually could afford. Not like other companies where a flagship car is something that costs the XXX amount of dollars. This vehicle is fairly cheap. It's affordable, we can get it. And it lives on a simple philosophy. Lightweight, front engine, rear-wheel drive, have a nice day, convertible, 2-door. Thank you. Have a nice day. By the way, it's the NA and B and C and D, and what you're looking at is the ND, which is, if you didn't know, the same weight as the NA Miata. And you're saying, what's an NA Miata? That's the first gen. That started from 1989, in the United States was from 1990, and it lasted to like 97. Very lightweight. That's what the one with pop-up headlight that people recognize. Anyways, I so happen to be an owner of one. But anyways, so Mazda's saying we are going to hold off on the Miata. I don't know how they're going to do it. So if you don't know, Miata is usually Mazda, every cycle for their cars is 10 years. So they make a car and they keep it for 10 years. And then after 10 years, they make a new generation. And that tends to be their model. So Mazda has confirmed the next gen Miata will come in some form or another. But it seems like any electrification effort are still many years away. So there's a new gen. So NA, MB, NC, and D, and then an E. So the NE supposedly is gonna be naturally aspirated, turbocharged. I don't know, but it's not gonna have any electrification yet. So Mazda head of European product development indicated that the rush to electrifying Mazda lineup could pass over the MX-5 Miata for now. It's our brand icon and it's always treated very special, Kunz told Autocar. At the moment, it looks like we will have this car forever. with the size and with this size and concept and combustion engine, of course, someday we will have to electrify it, but we want to keep this pure concept. When you think about electrification, I'm thinking like, remember when Tesla had the Lotus and they put a bunch of batteries in it and it was heavy. Like the Lotus was a lot of fun to drive, but the Tesla version of the Lotus wasn't that much fun to drive because, there's a million battery in the back. And again, I don't know how they're going to go through with that. So it's good to see that Mazda saying we're going to continue making it. And they're probably going to meet the regulation, like, every government, every country has this regulation for manufacturing for carbon dioxide and emission, whatnot. But if you manufacture a certain amount of cars that meet that criteria, you could have one car that doesn't exactly meet it. I think that's what they're going to go with until that criteria, that loophole is no longer available. I'm familiar with that because they've been doing that. This is an old story, like 15 years ago. They've been doing that. All these car companies that make like V12, and then they'll make a car, I don't know, like a 1.2 liter car made in India. It has name brand. I'm thinking like whatever. You could think Bentley. I think Bentley did that. They had like a two-door small little car. And it's like, what is this thing? It costs like 15,000, whatever, 20,000. But it's just to say that, we make a car that has good MPG, whatnot. Excuse me. So anyway, what exactly does Mazda have planned? Is it possible to see a heavily reworked update of the current Miata with combustion power only in 2024? If we give it a 10-year generation, like Kunz mentioned, which admittedly is with the previous model, what I mentioned is every 10 years, Mazda changes the lineup. That could mean a mid-cycle refresh around 2029. That would then likely introduce a hybrid powertrain in order to achieve the company's stated 2030 electrification goal. At least we hope that's what Mazda plan is. So there you go. Because they're gonna have to make a new version. I think they're gonna keep it called the ND. Because for 10 years, they're going to say that, I don't know. I don't know what's the chassis code is going to be. Logically, you would think so. They'll change it right now. But, yeah, because if they introduce it in 2024, they're talking about midlife cycle. Okay, so there'll be the NE, will be introduced in 2024. By 2029, the mid-cycle of that chassis has gone, and then they're going to have to put some hybrid engine in it. That kind of makes sense, but that means designing the new car, they have to design it with that thought in mind. At some point in the future, we're going to have to put some batteries in there. And I don't know how they're going to achieve it. It might be, because fully electric, it would be, I don't know yet, because batteries are heavy. Batteries are heavy and they're not cheap. And honestly, the idea of owning a car that's going to last you many years, forget about it. I've been saying that a lot on my channel. It's just not going to be a thing that we will have anymore. That's something with my generation. But the younger generation, for me, they're not going to have that. You're not going to pass down cars because the car is going to have a dead battery. And it's cost more than the actual car to replace. And it's complex. I could testify to that because one of the people that I know had a Prius hybrid, has God knows how many miles on it. Like he uses a lot. He drives it like for like a ride share. And he has like over 300,000 miles on it. And he's getting like 35 miles to the gallon. He supposedly, when you had a brand new, it gives you like 50. And he's not driving fast. So kind of gives you an idea that the battery degenerates. And I think his car is, what was it? It's like a 2010, so it's old. But yeah, so it's really not worth it. And he's like, I told him, you want to change your battery? And he's like, do you know how much that battery costs? And you think it's easy? I'm like, they're heavy, cumbersome things. And what do you do with an old battery? I have no idea. I think the best thing you can do if you want to be eco-friendly is keep the car that you have. Fix it. Keep it. But, they're just my ideas. Obviously, keeping in the car and fixing it, not everybody has access to tools and the knowledge and the time. So it's totally understandable when you get a new car. But now when you get a new car, you're going to get a car that has a battery in it by 2030. And if you complain about gas prices, well, tough luck. That's not going to be... I don't think gas prices are going to go down anytime soon because everybody's going to go... if by the time 2030 you go and buy it, you're trying to buy a vehicle and it's all electric, they can do whatever they want with gas prices. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you think. Again, this is just informative. I'm I don't know what Mazda's gonna do. They might by 2024 introduce a vehicle that has some form of electric hybrid, or you could charge it as like a little electric motor. I don't see why not, because it will increase efficiency. I mean, if you just have a gasoline engine powering, just recharging the battery to run the electric motor, that's far more efficient than just the engine just running the vehicle itself. That's for sure. But that adds more component, more weight. So, and again, Mazda loves that concept of lightweight vehicle, front engine, wheel drive, lightweight. So it will be very interesting how Mazda tackled this problem. And I'm very glad, because all these smart people are working on a car that we can afford, and it's amazing because that's a flagship. They're putting in a lot of thought and effort. I'm not saying that other car companies don't put a lot of effort in their cheap little cars. Because I love cheap cars. I think they're amazing idea. But this is different. This is their flagship. So they're coming up with ideas, are coming up with solutions, and it will be very interesting to watch. So anyways, we still have it's still a long way from 2030, but just remember that day, 2030. So if you like a gasoline power car, by 2030, there'll be no more gasoline engines. There will be some, but I don't think they're gonna be still making V8s by 2030. I don't know. Let me know what you think. And as always, thank you everyone for subscribing. Thank you everyone for watching. I really, really appreciate it. I'm very humbled every time I, check out the channel and I see someone subscribed. I feel I'm very grateful for everybody who supports. So as always, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, be safe out there, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.